Good day, fellow citizens and residents. This address is part of our continued commitment to updating the nation on the status of education within the Federation. Today I will speak to the following. 1. National assessments for the current 2021-2022 academic year. And 2. The phased introduction of a new national assessment named Key Stage Assessment of Learning, referred to simply as K.A.L. As you are aware, the administration of national assessments, specifically the test of standards and common exams, were first suspended 2 years ago during the 2019-2020 academic year. That decision was taken in light of the challenges faced by parents, students, and teachers alike, as the Federation grappled with the school closure and the transition to virtual education in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. In the following 2020-2021 academic year, the Curriculum Development Unit, CDU, within the Ministry of Education, facilitated the administration of common exams. However, the test of standards was not administered. Primary schools, under the guidance of the CDU, in keeping with the framework of continuous assessment in schools, developed and administered end-of-year tests aimed at informing teachers' understanding of student learning. Over the past 2 years, substantial work has been done in the areas of curriculum development and national assessment. During this period, we worked with great care and dedication to 1. Roll out the new enhanced curriculum. 2. Redefine the purpose of national assessment. And 3. To redesign the national assessment process. I am pleased to announce today that the Ministry of Education has made the decision to reintroduce national assessments at the primary level this year. National assessments will be administered in grades 4 and 6 for language arts and mathematics during term 3. The language arts assessment will be written on the 7th, 8th, and 9th of June, with the mathematics assessment being written on the 14th of June. This decision was taken after due consideration of our current national environment and COVID-19 status, the progress being made in the rollout of the new enhanced curriculum, the redesign of national assessments, and the feedback of our stakeholders, most importantly, principals, teachers, and parents. National assessment in 2022 will differ from the discontinued test of standards in several significant ways. 1. The new assessments are designed to provide feedback to the Ministry of Education on the effectiveness of the enhanced curriculum in language arts and mathematics. 2. The assessments will allow children to demonstrate what they know and what they can do. In addition to the traditional written paper, the assessments will include school-based performance tasks, which will be completed during regular class periods in the weeks leading up to the assessment paper. 3. The results of the assessment will not form part of a student's term or final grade and will not be placed on report cards, nor will it be used for the purpose of student placement in Form 1 classes in secondary schools. The Ministry of Education has always maintained that national assessments should not be used for the purpose of student placement in secondary schools. We have already taken the necessary measures to discontinue this practice and to de-stream schools to support greater equity and fairness for all students. Going forward, national assessments will be used solely for informing instruction and will serve the following specific purposes: to determine the effectiveness of curriculum delivery, to inform decision-making in the education sector and guide continuous school and system improvement, and to serve as an accountability measure for the public. It is important to note that the scheduled 2022 national assessments serve as a precursor to the further development and implementation of our new national assessment entitled Key Stage Assessment of Learning, or K.A.L. It is anticipated that all subjects which are being taught using the enhanced curriculum will have some form of Key Stage Assessment of Learning in 2023. Over the coming year, further consultations will be conducted to inform a Key Stage Assessment of Learning scheme. This scheme will consider the introduction of assessment at other key stages of education, the frequency of the assessments, and the role of regional assessments within our education sector. We are mindful that the national examinations bring with them a heightened level of anxiety, and we are all conscious that children, parents, and families are still coping with the challenges brought about by COVID-19. However, I want parents and students alike to keep in mind two things. First, the new national assessments are designed to assess the education system. And secondly, the results of the assessment will be used solely to inform teaching practice. As stated before, assessment results will not influence a student's term or final grade, will not be placed on report cards, and will not be used for placement of students in Form 1 classes at the secondary level. Parents and guardians will receive a separate report which will explain student performance against learning outcomes for the subject area as described in the enhanced curriculum. Ultimately, the national assessments planned for 2022 are expected to provide feedback to the Ministry of Education on the effectiveness of the enhanced curriculum in language arts and mathematics, to inform decision-making about education programs and services, to guide continuous system and school improvement, to provide teachers with knowledge about student progress that will inform their approaches to instruction, and to serve as an accountability measure to you, the citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis. In closing, I want to take this opportunity to thank our teachers, school administrators, and curriculum development officers who continue to support the curriculum enhancement process and the development of our new national assessment. It is through your continued hard work and dedication that we are able to take this pivotal step forward. Thank you for your attention, and may God continue to bless and protect us as a nation.